What a day. Okay, so World Vegan Day. What a day. Just after 8:30 in the morning, and we are going to World Vegan Day. Where should I start? I don't even know where to start. Last year, if you haven't already seen my World Vegan Day from last year, I put a link somewhere for you guys, and it was all about food and what I tried and ate. This year I wanted to do something a little bit different, and whilst vegan food is like a big part of veganism, because the simple, easiest thing anyone can do every day is choose not to put cruelty on their plate, and we do that 3 times a day, some people more. But I wanted to touch on the things that I think sometimes get forgotten when we talk about veganism, especially when we talk about the food and the diet and stuff like that. The reason why I became vegan was predominantly and mainly for the animals. I've never forgotten that. The food that comes along with being vegan is just a bonus, I guess. And World Vegan Day isn't just about the food. Even I have to be reminded about this sometimes. It really is about all the different aspects of veganism that makes this movement so special and so strong. And I really wanted to get to the foundation of what veganism is through World Vegan Day. And I got to do that. I got to speak to so many awesome people. We've even got a couple of clips. We took some footage of some charities and groups talking about what they're doing for the movement, what they're doing for their causes, and what we could do to help them or help the movements, the vegan movement. I keep saying movement. Anyway, it is a movement. It's a good one. At least if there's a movement to follow, this is the one, okay? Like I said, I didn't want to focus too much on the food. The food was great though. So let me just quickly put like a couple of seconds in, because I do like a foodish style channel, you know, Taste Test Tuesdays. So it would be silly for me not to mention it at all. This year was so busy. When we first decided to eat something and we just got one thing, it was reasonable. But now the lines are massive. It's very busy. It's almost 2:30, so I think people have been eating for 2 hours. Whilst I'd say that was so good to see, I missed out on eating a lot of stuff. But I did get to try some foods like pepper steak pie. Yep. I had croissant, which I had last year, which was so good. Hot dog and a burger. And we had like this mixed veggie. It was like a combo or something. Everything was delicious. Yeah, I just wish I got to eat a little bit more. But I did get to do other things. I got a badge from Anonymous for the Voiceless, and I got one from Follow Your Heart. I've spoken to a few of the store holders. Overall, it's been great. So here with Sarah at World Vegan Day, and she did an amazing demonstration today.
Okay, yes. I also did the most insane kids cupcake workshop with like 50 kids. It was very epic. This is my new cookbook for everyone that's watching. I've just launched it. It's baked vegan stuff, easy recipes for kids and adults. You can tell I've been talking all day. Go check it out. Check out my website, sarakid.com. Loads of recipes, loads of free resources for vegan bakers, and I have a really fantastic vegan baking Facebook group. come and join it.
For anyone who doesn't know about you and is hearing about you for the first time.
Oh yes, who am I?
Yeah, how did you get into this?
Okay, so I started studying as a chef when I was about 19, and then I ended up in the film industry, but decided I wanted to get back into baking. So I've been baking professionally for about 3 years, and now I'm a food columnist for Vegan Food and Living. I run one of the most interactive vegan baking Facebook groups online. I'm a recipe developer, and now I'm an author.
Wow, that's very impressive. Hey, so what made you go to the vegan thing? Were you doing vegan before, or?
Yes, I've been vegan for about 16 years, and what I worked out that there wasn't a big vegan baking scene, and I really wanted to create a movement. So over the last 18 months, I've just been building the vegan baking scene all around the world.
How do you think the movement is going? Is more people going towards vegan?
Yes, absolutely. I can tell by my Facebook group, it's about 30% non-vegans to 70% vegans.
That's great.
It's amazing, and so many people have converted to veganism in the group, as well as started their own vegan baking businesses or transitioned their business into veganism. And what I'm also finding is that there's so many new products available, like there's new vegan butters and cream cheese, and lots of cake baking ingredients that are starting to pop up on the market absolutely everywhere. So we're just being overwhelmed with the types of products that are now available.
Great. We are going to link her website and
check it out.
Yeah, definitely support her work. She knows what she's talking about, and she's incredibly creative and talented. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. See you guys soon.
Hi, so we're here with the Vegan Dairy with Brittany, and how long have you guys been in business?
It's about 3 years now. Originally I was actually making dairy cheese with my mum, who's a dairy cheese maker.
Okay.
When my husband stopped, we were vegetarian at the time, and then my husband stopped eating dairy, so I was kind of like, oh wait, surely I could use what I've learned to try and make something at home for him, and worked a bit on Persian feta, which was my mum's most popular cheese at the time, a goat feta, and that was our Persian feta that's now such a popular product. In the beginning we started just with putting our cheeses out at my mum's markets for lactose intolerant and vegan customers that she might have had. That was from like the first jar to now is about 3 years.
So it's obviously grown in the last couple of years. Is it mainly vegans, or are you getting a lot of non-vegans interested?
We're getting more interest now from non-vegans, definitely, than we were originally. Originally it was more just filling a gap for plant-based people that couldn't find anything else. But I'm finding now more people are open to vegan options, and people are wanting to kind of share the same food instead of having to have a vegan option and a non-vegan option. But I think because having come from a dairy background, we're trying to taste test our cheeses against meat and dairy eaters, not against vegans. So we're trying to develop products that suit everybody and that everybody would eat. And so I think because of that, definitely non-vegans are showing a bit more of an interest.
So what is the main ingredient in your cheese?
So we use a base of cashews and coconut oil, but our cheese making process is much the same as dairy. So we just make a different base for the products, and then we still go through the same culturing, aging, turning, ripening process.
So you get the same texture?
Yeah, and the same sort of depth of flavour from the culturing process instead of adding flavours.
If someone would like to purchase your product, do you have an online store? Do you stock in specific stores?
So we don't sell online anymore because it was getting too difficult with postage and needing to be refrigerated and stuff. So we've sort of diverted our attention instead to supporting our stockists and trying to get more stockists so that people have a further reach where they are. But we're stocked around the country now. Our website has a page where you can put in the postcode and it will show you the stores near you that stock our range. Yeah, so all over the country now, which is pretty scary.
That's awesome. Alright, well thank you so much, Brittany. Hi, welcome back. So we're here with Anonymous for the Voiceless. Now, I wanted to ask them a couple of questions because I think it's really important that people understand what they're actually doing and the purpose they're doing it. They are trying to get a message across, and I think sometimes people that are opposing them, they're not understanding the actual message. So I'm going to take it over to Callie. I noticed that a lot of people don't understand the reason why you guys wear the mask.
So the Cube of Truth is an art demonstration so that we grab the attention of people in the street and draw them in. The mask represents going against the system. So you will see that the Guy Fawkes mask is used in quite a lot of movements that are going against an oppressive system. And so that's why these masks are used, to symbolise the fact that we are going against an oppressive system that is animal agriculture. Because it is such a display, the cube itself is so aesthetic and so artistic, with the black clothing and the white mask contrasting each other, and then the big screens, it does grab people's attention, it does draw them in, and once they see the footage up close, then they're intrigued, they're engaged with the footage, and then we're able to have those important conversations with people about what they're seeing, why it's so important that they educate themselves on what they're seeing and how they can implement change in their own lives.
If someone wants to get involved and help you guys, how can they do that?
There are many chapters all over the world, hundreds of chapters globally. So the best way to find your local chapter is to head to www.cubetruth.com and then go to locations, and you'll be able to find all of the chapters. If there is no chapter set up locally, you can contact Anonymous for the Voiceless directly and talk to them about setting up your own chapter and getting it happening in your area. If you're based in Melbourne, for example, we have the AV Melbourne chapter. This is the chapter where it all began, where Anonymous for the Voiceless was born, and we have various different chapters around Victoria, Ringwood, Geelong, Ballarat, Wodonga. There's quite a few, Berwick even, so there's quite a few chapters all around just this Victorian state. So imagine how many places you can get involved in all over the world.
Let's say the last year, how have you seen this movement grow?
I personally have been with Anonymous for the Voiceless since February 2017. They started in April 2016. In April 2016 it was just here in Melbourne. Within 6 months it became global, and since then I have just watched it rapidly expand, with hundreds and hundreds of chapters opening up around the world, thousands and thousands of people getting involved in activism, and once they get involved in Anonymous for the Voiceless, they then go on to get involved in other areas of activism, whatever suits them. So it really gets people engaged, it gets them excited about getting active, it gets them excited about taking a stand against an injustice, and speaking on behalf of those who are silenced and suppressed.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Do you mind if I take a card?
No, go for it.
So we're here with the Cat Rescue of Cheltenham with Natasha and Casey. We're just going to ask them a couple of questions. What cats do you guys see in a year or what?
Yeah, look, it's a bit of give and take because we do a few different programs. In terms of the animals that are coming in from the pounds, that's where we get the majority of our cats from, sadly from the kill list. But we also do a lot of work in and around community cat colonies and desexing, where there's lots of cats in one colony being looked after by members of the community. And we do a lot of work in terms of working with those communities as well to get the numbers down by desexing the cats. But all in all, we probably rehome probably around 800 cats a year. And since we started in 2015, we've rescued around 2,500 cats.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. You've kind of touched on it a little bit. How would the community be able to help support you guys, maybe financially or even just offering maybe a home?
Yeah, awesome. Look, there's so many different ways to give us a hand. Obviously, we're never going to say no to a donation. All of the donations that we get go straight back into the work that we do. For vet fees, buying things that support our foster care, litter, kitten food, cat food. But there's other ways. Obviously, foster caring is integral to the work that we do because we're not a shelter. We don't have a physical location where the cats can go. So what we need are people from the community to help look after the cats between coming into us and then going out to their forever home. So foster caring is the most important role within the group. No foster carers, no rescue. The next thing people can do is donate their time, like volunteering at days like this. We do stores like this, bake sales once a month at Bunnings, highway collection days, so people can give us a hand with that. If you want to do some cat chauffeuring, that helps us get cats between carers and vets. Not all of our foster carers have cars. It's great when they do, but we don't really turn any foster carers away because we are so needful of carers. Donating of goods, donating towels, blankets, food, litter, that sort of stuff, really. Yeah.
So you mentioned that a lot of the cats come from pounds, like the kill list. What's one major thing that someone could keep in mind to try and keep these numbers down from cats going to pound? I mean, obviously you're doing great work, but you would much prefer that there were less cats coming to you guys?
It's part of a really big problem. There's lots of different things that an individual can do. Is obviously if you are going to get a cat or a kitten or a dog, make sure you're going to the rescue groups. Don't get them off Gumtree. Don't support the free to home off Gumtree or or Facebook or any of those, actually support your rescue groups who are doing a really good job in trying to rehome these animals. The less we support things like Gumtree in terms of those free to good homes, the less people are going to be inclined to put them up there. The other thing is also, if you are going to get an animal, make sure you're committing to a lifetime. You know, animals are not for one day, they're not for one season, they're for their lifetime. And cats can live up to 20 years of age. So we're asking people to make commitments to animals for their entire life, regardless of, I do know that there are circumstances that people go through in hardship, but you know, when you are committing, commit for life, because that animal is really depending on you to do that. The other thing is desexing and chipping. A lot of the animals that end up in pounds are unchipped, and we know they've come from some homes. So if people are chipping their animals, it's one way of making sure that those animals get back to their families. And that way there's less animals in the pound, and we'd love to be out there doing a lot more around community desexing and those sorts of things to help people reduce numbers. Mandatory desexing is not the answer, it drives people underground, so I'd prefer that people be reaching out to groups to help them do some desexing, and we can also bring those numbers down.
Thank you so much.
That's okay, I hope that answers the question.
I really appreciate what you're actually doing.
Thank you.
We got to see that vegan couple and they were amazing. We got to see Nadia and I just needed some fresh air. And then we're gonna go back and see if we can get into a line and get some food.
Say it.
It is hot. So Anonymous for the Voiceless, I did speak to them. And I also found out they have a group nearby to where I live, so I look forward to hitting them up and being active. We got to see demonstrations, we got to see Nadia Fragneto, Sarah Kidd, we got to watch that vegan couple's speech. Oh, there was so much stuff. I really feel like it would have been cool if it was done over 2 days. To be completely honest, I understand the logistics. Probably it would have cost them a fortune and be too hard to do it over 2 days. Who knows, maybe they might do it in the future, but 2 days would have been awesome because I would have felt like I could have got to see a lot more and participated in a lot more than what I did get to. If I think back to last year, there was a lot of stalls that I was really excited to see this year. Some of them weren't there and some I thought weren't there, especially Almo Milk, which I mentioned last year. I didn't see him till the very end of the day, and it's purely because it was so busy there that I just missed him. And I saw him at the end of the day and I was able to have a quick conversation with him. I really wanted to interview him. Like, he was on my list of people I wanted to chat to on camera, but we'd already done it. But I still spoke to him anyway, and I saw that he had new products, different flavors. He had the cream from the Almo Milk and I got to taste that. It was pretty special. So I just quickly got a rundown of where I could find his stock, because unfortunately not all Woolworths yet stock it. So yeah, come on guys, we have to push for the products we want in all stores. And if we don't ask for them, they won't be there, and we really need to push it, because it's not like they're adverse to introducing these products, because Woolies, Coles, all these places are really jumping on board. They're putting a separate section for the plant-based meats, the cheeses, the milks. Like, they're really, you know, getting into there and making sure that the products are there. So help these smaller companies out, get their products out there. They're really good. Like, he was telling us that, because I like almond milk, it's just that I don't use it in everything, purely because it's quite thin and it doesn't have the thickness of like a soy milk. But he was explaining to me that the reason why that can happen is because they tend to use less almonds, and it makes sense because almonds are very expensive. but his product uses a lot more almonds and you can notice the difference. It's quite thick. Like, he's really trying to produce a really quality, delicious product. I am absolutely all for it, really love it, want to purchase it, would love it to be nearby at my local Woolies. I will travel to go get it, that's not a problem, but wouldn't it be better if more people get access to it?
Oh, legend.